Hello, this is a video where I walk you through SocratiQ's most recent and important feature, the quiz. If you are a teacher who wants to create assessments for your class, SocratiQ's quiz feature is the best thing out there for you. SocratiQ offers you an advanced AI that can take your intentions, extract the requirements from them, and based on your instructions, create a customized set of questions for your students. All you need is a teaching exploration, and you can create multiple quizzes for multiple topics and assign them to your whole class. If you do not have a teaching exploration, go to the home page and create one, or open one that you already have. Once you're in it, pick a topic, go to Teacher Actions and Add Quiz. You will be directed to a draft like this where you enter a title for the quiz and objectives. Now, the objectives, entering it is a crucial step in the quiz process. The details you enter will help the AI in designing a quiz that is best suited for your needs. Now let's take a look at some of the questions that might help you formulate the objectives for your quiz. Is this a quiz to assess the students' basic knowledge of the topic before they explore further? Or is this a quiz to grade a student's understanding in comparison with the class? Is this quiz a part of the final evaluation? Do you want the quiz to assess whether students understand deep and advanced concepts in the topic? What kind of questions do you want the AI to generate? Do you want AI to include examples or real world scenarios? What do you want the answers to indicate? Do you want the quiz to be an assessment of relational concepts? These details will direct the AI to construct a quiz that closely adheres to your requirements and instructions. Now let's go back to the topic and add quiz and add the title here. So I've entered a title for this quiz. Now I'm ready to enter the objectives. I'm going to inform the AI of a few things about the quiz and what my objectives are. So I'm telling the AI that this is a formative assessment. I'm asking the AI to keep the questions direct and simple. And my objective is to find out if my students have a grasp of the human immune system and its fundamentals. So once that's done, I go next. And in the next page, you will see the points awarded for the quiz. You can decrease or increase the points. I am going to keep it 20. And what is the minimum topic mastery required to attempt the quiz? Do you want the students to be able to take the quiz right away or after they explore and get some mastery in the topic? Once you narrow it down, then you can select the appropriate mastery. Since I have created a pre-quiz, I'm going to leave this at 0. And then we go next. And now this introduction is what your students will see when they begin the quiz. Welcome to Components of Immune System pre-quiz. This quiz is only an initial assessment. Now this is important for me to tell my class that the scores of this quiz will not count towards final evaluation. This is just to see how much they understand or aware of the topic before they go on to explore. So I've entered the introduction there. And then comes a summary. This is what my students will see when they complete the quiz. And I go next. Now we've completed all these steps here. We've entered the title, we've configured it. We've added the introduction and summary. Now we are here to generate the questions. If you have a set of your own questions, you can add them here, and you can indicate the difficulty level of the question compared to other questions in the quiz, and how much of the topic does this question cover, and you can add your own choices, and you can use the toggle in each of the choices to say whether that is the correct choice or not. You can remove any of the choices, and once you're done, you can save it. I do not have a set of my questions, so I'm going to cancel it, and I'm going to use SocratiQ AI to generate questions. Now, the teachers will have the option here to choose anywhere from 1 to 10. I am going to go with 10, and I generate the questions here. Now, while the questions are being generated, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go back to the same topic, and I'm going to create another quiz, but this time I want to create an intermediate quiz. So I have entered the title of the quiz here. I have entered the objectives for this intermediate quiz. I am indicating SocratiQ AI that this is a normative assessment. So the AI is aware of the kind of questions that it will generate for my students. And I'm instructing the AI to keep the questions direct, but I've excluded the simple part because this is a normative assessment. I want AI to use descriptive questions, real world scenarios, and abstract reasoning. And my goal is to find out if students are at least halfway towards mastering the topic. I'm going to leave the points at 20. Now, since I want them to be at least halfway, I'm going to choose the topic mastery to be 2. I could go with 2.5, but I'm going to keep it 2 this time. And I go next. Welcome to Components of Immune System Intermediate Quiz. If you are able to effortlessly answer the questions in this quiz, it means you have gained a good understanding of the topic way beyond the beginner level. And I'm indicating that the scores of this quiz will count towards the final evaluation. So a little bit of encouragement and a little bit of information there. And I go next. So now we're done with the title, config, intro, summary, and again we are here in the generate questions. Now this time too, I'm going to go with SocratiQ AI to generate questions. I'm going to go with 8 this time, and I generate the questions. Now while this is going on, let's check on what happened to the pre-quiz. So there is an edit option here. I can edit the quiz, and I requested for 10 questions, and I see here there are 10 questions as requested. Now you can see here that each of the question has the points awarded for that question, and you can discard the question entirely, or you may edit the question, or you can fix the question, which means you can try to make the question better. Or you can generate new choices for this question, which means these A, B, C, D, E will be overwritten and your choices will take its place. So you can do all that, and you can reorder the questions if you think the difficulty level is not suitable for your class. You can add your own question if you want, and you can generate more questions as well. And then comes the final step, finalize. Now, once you finalize and confirm, you cannot make changes to the quiz. So if you want to check whether the question and the choices generated and the correct choice indicated here are correct, and once you verified that, then you confirm. Now, once you confirm, the edit changes to view quiz, so it's not in draft mode anymore. This is, however, in a draft mode. This is a draft that we created earlier but we did not enter the title, so we don't need that. So I'm going to discard that. So that's gone. Now let's see how the intermediate quiz is doing, whether our 8 questions have been generated. Yes, the 8 questions have been generated, and I'm going to finalize that and confirm. Now I'm going to add just one more quiz, which is again a pre-quiz, but with very little questions. For the sake of this video, I'm going to add that. So I have added the objectives here, which is the same as the objectives of the pre-quiz that I created before. And I'm just going to say hello here. If you are doing this for your classroom, you might want to enter all the details that we did before. And I'm going to generate questions, but this time I'm going to keep it 3. So I can show you how the questions are answered by the students. Now you can see that SocratiQ indicates that you can close this and come back after you're notified. That is the mode of operation in SocratiQ. You can always do that while you're generating inquiries, while you're generating lessons, or you're generating a guide. You can close it, go back, do other tasks, add notes, etc., and then come back to it. So now SocratiQ has generated 3 questions. So here we are with our quizzes. Once the quiz is done, you can go to the publication and you can generate inquiries. Now only when you publish the exploration can you assign the exploration to your classroom or your students, and only then the quiz will be available as part of the exploration to your students. So it looks like SocratiQ has generated the inquiries. Now it's time to publish it. Choose the organization you want to publish, and you can make it private if you want to. You can publish the exploration. Now once you publish the exploration, your exploration is ready to be assigned. Click on New Assignment, and you can choose the members that you want to assign it to, or you can choose the teams. You can make an individual assignment, which means every student gets their own exploration, or you can make it a collaborative assignment where one exploration is assigned to all the students and all the students can see each other's notes, responses to inquiries, etc. Now I'm going to go with individual for now, and I'm going to choose the members, and I choose one member and I assign. So it's assigned to that student. So once you assign it to the student, you can see the status of your assignment here. When you go here, a new button is there, view status. You can view the status of the student working on the assignment. So when you go to the organization page, it will show you the status, and you can select the team or select the user here. I'm going to select the user and see if my assignment is there. This is the assignment. I open it, I look at the tasks, and there we go. And I can look at it as a list or as cards. I'm going to go to the teacher workspace and I will assign it to one more student. So I'm going to go here and Go to new assignment, and I want to assign it to one more student, so I go ahead and do that. Now let me log in as the student. Now here I have logged in as the student, and I am in the organization page, and I can choose the teacher. There's only one teacher in this organization, so I just scroll down and I see human immune system. I have not started it. When the student looks at it, this is how it will appear to them, and they can begin or they can continue if they've already started an exploration. So when the student begins exploring, they will be able to look at all the inquiries generated, all the notes added by the teacher, all the guides that they have generated. So here the exploration is available along with the 3 quiz. Now you can see that there is a play button here which says take quiz. Now let me see if I can take the intermediate quiz. Well, SocratiQ doesn't allow me because I need a topic mastery of 2 before I can take the quiz. Now the student has 0 topic mastery, so SocratiQ will not allow the student to take this quiz yet. However, if we look at this pre-quiz, student is allowed to take this pre-quiz. Now I'm going to take this quiz. When the student takes the quiz, they see the introduction text, and it goes right into the questions here. So I've selected answers to the 3 questions. Then I go next. Now SocratiQ will tell the student that they have answered all the questions, and then submitting is final and cannot be undone. So if they need to review the answers before they submit, they are free to do that. But once they submit and confirm, it's final. And now SocratiQ says I've gotten 2 correct out of 3 questions, and it allows the student to review, and it gives the correct response and an explanation of why it's correct. And if it is an incorrect response, then it says why it was incorrect, and it highlights the correct response. Once a student has answered the quiz and responded to inquiries, they can add a note, they can add notes for themselves, or they can add a note for their teacher, and they can submit the work here. Once the student submits the work, the status changes to waiting for teacher. Now it's up to the teacher to review the work, to add their feedback to the students, and those feedback notes will appear here when the student looks at it, and this will go back and forth until the teacher decides when the work is complete, and they mark it complete here, just like this. Instead of submit work, they will see a mark complete. So that's the quiz feature in SocratiQ for you. I hope all you wonderful teachers get to use this to assess your students, your classroom in a fun and exciting way. See you soon in another video. Bye.